Some of y'all are gonna be really mad about this, but someone had to say it. These are gonna be the hottest and also underrated summer sneakers of 2025. Now, before I start this off, I have 5 different hot takes for you guys. Number 1, you guys are probably gonna know, but I know for sure. At number 5, you're not gonna know for sure. So stay tuned for number 5. But number 1, we also know this by now, but if you don't, I'm gonna put you on. The Samba run is officially over. Now, look at the Adidas Sambas. They had an amazing run, but I gotta say they came back from the dead. They dominated IG mood boards. They had a great time in Fashion Week, and they went from niche to basically everywhere, I gotta say. But now, the hype kind of feels forced. Everyone's got a pair, and every collab looks the same, and it's getting to that kind of like the Air Force One. Even though I don't want to put any hate towards the Air Force One, because I do indeed wear Air Force Ones a lot, and I feel like there's a more timeless. I feel like they kind of fit through every single time zone. But it definitely has reached that kind of level of saturation, and the minimal aesthetic still works. But if you're trying to stand out in 2025, it's time to go ahead and explore some other silhouettes, maybe like the Adidas SL72s or maybe the Bonner Japan. But before you go ahead and ditch Adidas completely, there is one model I think is going to be everywhere in July, and you want to hear hot take number 4. Now, hot take number 2. This one's going to be that I feel like Crocs Echo Wave over Foam Runners. Now, you guys don't crucify me down below in the comment section, but this is a big one. But the Crocs game is low-key dominating in like the foam industry in 2025. I recently did a comparison video between the Nike React X Rejuvenate and this very shoe, the Crocs Echo Wave, and I got a lot of split reviews, but overall a lot of people actually like the Crocs Echo Wave, which is kind of surprising me. I feel like the Crocs Echo Wave was very like hard to get used to, but I feel like people are kind of going that way in style. Me personally, I probably would go with the React X Rejuvenate because it has a lot more colorways I kind of vibe with, and it's more of my style, more of my identity, but to each their own by any means. So the Croc Echo Wave definitely has some better comfort, I would say. It has more versatility aspect, and you're not going to be dealing with the same resale madness as the Yeezy foam runners for sure. They're very easy to get your hands on, and that was one of the things people argued for instead of like the React X, just because that one was harder to get their hands on compared to the Echo Wave. So if you want something that's easy to get your hands on and it's going to be very like versatile, very comfortable, and it still has like a nice edgy design, I definitely recommend it. But they also did drop some heat colorways this year, and these ones are going to include like the mono bone, you got the blacked out version, and even the mint colorway that fits perfect for the summer. Now later on, I'll tell you about which foam cloud to completely avoid, and yes, people are still buying it in 2025 for some reason, so I'm saying stay tuned so you don't take that L in 2025 for the summer. Now hot take number 3. Jordan 1s are cooling off, but only in certain pairs. And the certain pairs that I'm talking about is going to be those GR pairs. But no doubt, they are definitely a classic. They always have a place in the game, but some of y'all are still out here rocking mid-tier GRs. Now, it is not 2018, you guys, so I definitely got to put y'all on. But if it is your vibe, don't feel offended, y'all. This is all for informational purposes. It is not really to like bash any type of area of sneakers. But I gotta say, unless it's a high quality pair like the reimagined UNC ones, which I'm gonna be dropping a video on those very, very soon. The reaction is, or the review is almost done. I just need to go ahead and edit it. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, notification bell for that video. But unless it's like the reimagined UNC ones, you got the Chicago colorways, or maybe a collab with some real storytelling, I feel like Jordan 1s aren't just moving the way they used to. And even the resale market is telling the truth. The GR highs are sick, and also with like the mids and lows. So they're kind of oversaturated. If you want a retro vibe in 2025, you're better off with maybe Jordan 2s. Even though I'm not really for those, I probably would go with the 4. But you can get the 2s, or even like a New Balance 1906R or even an A in like a neutral tone. And yes, I've got a hot take for New Balance 2, especially for the dadcore crowd, which is going to be coming up next. Now, comment down below what you guys think this is going to be, but this one is going to be the fact that, and I know y'all might not agree, but I feel like a lot of y'all should agree. At this point, this is also my favorite New Balance sneaker of all time. but this is the New Balance 9060, and this has got to be the best looking dad shoe, period. Not even 2025, I gotta say period. And forget the 990s for a second. I know they're really high quality. You got a nice build to them. I know they're like the staple for New Balance, but the 9060 has got to be slept on. They got a better price point, and they're just better for that overall like lineup for the summer. And they have a chunky silhouette. They have really good comfortability levels, and they're way more interesting than just that grayscale model. Now, if you want more in-depth review on this sneaker right here, I did do one on my channel. It'll be up here in the info card. I really recommend you check it out. Very in-depth, and kind of gives you like what to expect about the sneaker before going ahead and actually buying it. So definitely check that video out. But they've got a perfect balance of tech runner and Y2K aesthetic without looking too fashion victim. Now the sea salt, driftwood, and even the vintage indigo colorways are perfect for the summer rotation. And if you pair them with some mesh shorts, or you go ahead and go crop cargos, or even some relaxed trousers, they just work. I gotta say it. Now, as my kind of like my last hot take, but I'll include a bonus for y'all at the very end. Slides, I gotta say, are gonna be probably taking over more than sneakers in this summer. Now, that's just me personally. I could be wrong, but I kind of have a little bit of bias in here because it is my personal opinion. So this kind of might be controversial for a sneaker video, but if we're talking pure summer vibes, what is more practical than a pair of slides? You may be going to the beach, maybe like chill hangouts. You don't want to wear something that's not breathable. You got to go ahead and throw a pair of slides on. Now, these are not for lounging anymore. I'm talking about the foam slip-ons. You got the Birkenstock Bostons, which I got to get myself real soon. These are amazing. You also have the Motos, and these are getting styled better than 90% of summer sneakers out there. So I definitely recommend these right here if you weren't already put on. And it's very breathable, it's easy, and it's honestly, it just shows you understand the whole vibe of summer. Now, throw on some clean socks. I would go white, but to each their own. Maybe some wide shorts and a boxy tee, and I gotta say, like, you're golden with that fit right there. And the best part is, most of these don't even cost 200 plus, like most of these sneakers these days. So I've got my favorite budget pick for summer slides coming up in the bonus section, which is right here. And this is gonna be the one shoe that I buy again for the summer 2025. Now, if I only could wear one sneaker this summer, it would have to be the one and only Nike Air Force One. Now, this is obviously going to be in that white colorway, full white, and I feel like that shouldn't even be having to be addressed. But I see a lot of people wear Air Force Ones with like different colors on them. That's not really my vibe, but it is. If it's yours, that's cool. But I gotta say, if you gotta get one pair, this pair is so versatile. Like, you can wear it with black, you can wear it with purple, yellow, whatever the color is. I'm pretty sure you can put on a fit with it. I'm not even pretty sure, I'm 100% sure. So with that comfort, and obviously we know the Air Force One isn't the most comfortable, but you can throw in a sole in there if you want, but I feel like that's kind of doing too much. And for me, I haven't really had too many comfortable issues in the Air Force One, and yeah. But with that comfort, the aesthetic, and the ability to go full streetwear, or kind of like low key, it's kind of a match. I gotta say, it's not too hyped. It's still sitting in some sizes, and it's one of those pairs that ages well with your wardrobe. So I'm telling you guys, it is timeless. It's not like a trend where you buy it in 2025 and it's not gonna be hitting like 6 months later. So it definitely won't scream for your attention, but you'll never regret putting it on your feet. So that is basically gonna be my little spiel, my little hot take list. And let me know in the comment section which ones you agree and which one you disagree with the most, but also let me know which ones I missed in that comment section. And if you got a spicy summer sneaker option, go ahead and drop it down below, and I might actually feature it on the next hot takes video. And also drop a couple of sneakers in there for me, y'all. I do a lot of sneaker reviews, top 10 lists, so I'd love to get some of the sneakers that you guys want in the videos down below in the comment section, so I just get a better feel of what you guys actually like. But make sure to leave a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And I've got 2 big reviews coming on the channel dropping next week, including one sneaker that just might be the sleeper of the summer. But for now, click right here for arguably the best foam slide of 2025, and I really recommend it for the summer. So go ahead and check it out and let me know how you feel. I'll see you in that one.